Hi friends, welcome back and welcome if you're new. Thank you so much for being here and for clicking on today's video and joining me. Today we are going to be foraging some branches for some DIY fall decor. It's super easy to do if you have some pretty trees or bushes in your yard, or if you see some along the road that you can go and forage and clip off, or if you have neighbors or friends or parents somebody that has some beautiful trees that wouldn't mind you taking a few clippings, then this video is perfect for you. We are going to just jump right in. I am in my own front yard. I am pulling some branches off of a plum tree, and then I'm having the hardest time remembering the name of this bush. I want to say it's a 9-bark. If that's wrong, I will leave the correct name over here. Anyways, they both need some trimming done to them, so it is beneficial for them and for me because I get to use all of the extras. So I'm going to go show you how I cut it and the ones that I choose, and then how I'm going to put them in my vase and use them in my home. So I hope that you guys will enjoy, and if you haven't already or this is your first time here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos, and I would love to have you stick around. So let's get started. Okay, I have all of my branches here. In the beginning of this video, I said I was going to be taking some from my bush as well. But because I have so many here, I have decided to just take from my tree, and then once these ones kind of get tired, then I will go and trim my bush. We are just going to get started. Let me show you kind of a close-up of the color of these. So there's this really pretty red, and there's some more darker, more burgundy pieces, some more green pieces. My favorite are these bright red ones. I think those are gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to take this giant glass vase. This is from Amazon. I will link this in the description below. And this is what we're going to be putting our branches in. The only other thing you are going to need is a pair of pruners or shears, or depending on how big your branches are, you could just use regular scissors. Mine are a little bit thicker, so I'm going to be using these pruning shears. Okay, I'm going to move all of my branches over here so we can kind of select one by one. And I'm going to kind of put them in, so you can see I have these bigger branches that have smaller ones coming off of, so I'm going to kind of organize them that way over here to the side on my table. So bigger branches to smaller branches. I'm going to bring my vase right here. I have my shears to cut them to size, and we are just going to start placing them in. I like to just kind of put in my favorite pieces, the pieces I love the most first, and then after I get all of my pieces together, then we'll kind of rearrange them. Now I have this smaller piece left, which if you wanted, you can see it's still pretty full up here. You could cut this down right here and stick it in a smaller vase, and that would be beautiful on its own. I am going to discard this just because I have so much, or maybe see if my mom or my sister wants it. But if you would like to, you could always cut this down and put it in its own vase. Okay, I'm going to take my biggest pieces first and start with those. You're going to want to try and decide your height and cut to there. So like this will be my tallest piece. As you can see, this is pretty tall. Well, I'm not very tall, but it's pretty tall compared to me. So I'm going to cut this down to kind of where I think I want it to be. And then I'm going to strip all of the leaves off of the bottom part. So you want to take the leaves off of the bottom so that when your vase is full, you don't have a bunch of messy leaves down here in the bottom, especially if you're dealing with a glass vase. It will just look a lot more put together and professional if you strip those bottom leaves off. So as you start filling in your base, you can kind of see it start to take shape and then kind of fill in your holes from there. Okay, I saved my two favorite branches for last. These ones are more of the bright red color, so that they could kind of stand out. This is pretty tall, so let me pull it down so you can see kind of where we're at, shape-wise. I like to do kind of a general shape while I'm putting them in, but like I said, you can kind of throw them in at this point and then we will rearrange. So these pieces are my favorite, but they are a little bit on the shorter side. So I'm going to, that's why I want to put them in last. So this is kind of our base. Then I can stick it in there into these other branches. This one's a little crooked. And it will help hold it up there a little bit higher, even though this would be clear down here if these weren't there. That is such a pretty color. So I'm going to make mine more of a one-sided arrangement. So I'm going to focus my two favorite pieces more on the front. If you wanted a full-sided arrangement, you would want more than two favorite pieces. Of course, you would want a couple so you could place them on either side. Okay, now that I have them in there, we can start to see, is the shape that we want and we will be happy with? Is it the shape we like? If not, this is when we pull out and rearrange. Okay, so I have picked the side that is going to be my front, and so obviously when I display it in my house, this side will be towards the back. This is going next to a big cabinet, armoire, hutch sort of thing. I don't know what you would call it, but I will show you how I put it in my house. But anyway, so it's almost kind of in a corner. So the hutch is right here on this side and then the wall, so I'll place it kind of on the corner like this. But before I take it inside and show you how I use it in my house, I'm going to give you guys kind of a close-up. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope that it gave you some inspiration and some motivation to get creative with your surroundings and the beautiful things that kind of fill our everyday lives. And like I said before, if you have not, please don't forget to subscribe and stick around. I love to see you guys and to hear from you in the comments. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with somebody else that you think might like it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.